Have you ever stopped for a moment and asked yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I chase success, love, or happiness? Most people never ask that question. But if you don't know what's driving you, you'll never be in control of your destiny. The big ID. You see, every action we take, every decision we make is fueled by something much deeper than logic. It's not just about survival, it's about emotion. It's about the human need to feel something: connection, love, growth, or contribution. Every single one of us is chasing a feeling. And when you understand this, you unlock the power to change your life forever. Emotional story. I remember a man I met once. He was a multimillionaire, had everything you could dream of: the cars, the house, the lifestyle. But guess what? He was miserable. Why? Because he was chasing success to feel significant. But here's the truth: no amount of money, no status, no trophy will ever fill an emotional void that isn't understood. He didn't need more success. He needed growth and contribution. The driving force behind every action, decision, and behavior we make as human beings can be traced back to 6 universal human needs: certainty, uncertainty, variety, significance, love, connection, growth, and contribution. These needs operate beneath the surface of our conscious awareness, shaping our thoughts, choices, and reactions to life's challenges. No matter where you come from, what your background is, or what your goals are, these 6 needs influence every aspect of your life. The key to understanding why you do what you do lies in identifying which of these needs is driving you at any given moment. The first need, certainty, is the desire for comfort, safety, and predictability. People seek certainty in different ways: through a steady job, financial security, or stable relationships. Certainty provides us with the assurance that we can avoid pain and experience pleasure. But here's the twist: too much certainty can lead to boredom and stagnation. If everything in your life is predictable, it no longer feels exciting. This is why people who live in extreme comfort often feel a strange sense of dissatisfaction despite having it all. Certainty is essential, but if it becomes your only focus, you may find yourself stuck in a routine that feels lifeless. This brings us to the second need, uncertainty, or variety. Human beings crave adventure, change, and new experiences. No one wants to watch the same movie every day or eat the same meal forever. Variety gives us excitement and keeps life fresh. It's why people seek entertainment, travel, or spontaneous decisions. Without variety, life would feel monotonous. But too much uncertainty can cause anxiety, fear, and chaos. That's why people balance their need for certainty with their need for variety. When the two are in harmony, life feels exciting yet stable. The third need is significance. Everyone wants to feel important, valued, and special. We want to feel like our life matters. People seek significance in different ways. Some achieve it through success, fame, or wealth. Others find it in their roles as parents, teachers, or community leaders. Significance can drive people to extraordinary heights, but it can also become destructive if it's pursued at the expense of love and connection. For instance, chasing significance through material wealth may leave someone feeling isolated if their relationships are neglected. Understanding your need for significance can help you avoid this trap. Love and connection. The fourth need is perhaps the most universal. No matter how strong and sufficient someone appears to be, every human being craves love and connection. Love is the ultimate connector. We seek it in romantic relationships, friendships, and family bonds. Connection with others makes us feel alive. Without love, life feels empty, no matter how successful you are. Many people sacrifice their need for love in pursuit of significance, only to realize later that love is what they truly needed all along. Love fuels empathy, compassion, and belonging, all of which are essential to happiness. Growth is the fifth need, and it's a fundamental part of human nature. Everything in life is either growing or dying. People who are growing feel alive, engaged, and purposeful. Growth isn't just about achieving more, it's about becoming more. We grow emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, face adversity, and stretch beyond your comfort zone. If you're not growing, you're stagnating. People who feel stuck in life often realize it's because they've stopped growing. That's why personal development, learning new skills, and taking on new challenges are essential to happiness and fulfillment. Finally, contribution is the deepest and most selfless need. While growth is about becoming more, contribution is about giving back. It's the desire to make an impact beyond yourself, to leave a legacy, help others, and create positive change in the world. Contribution gives life meaning. People who focus on contribution often feel the deepest sense of fulfillment. When you realize your life is bigger than you, every action you take becomes more purposeful. Contribution turns success into significance and transforms self-interest into service. These 6 needs are universal, but each of us prioritizes them differently. Some prioritize certainty and security, while others chase growth and variety. key to unlocking your potential is understanding which of these needs is currently driving your decisions. When you become aware of this, you gain control over your actions and emotions. You no longer react out of habit, you act with intention. By mastering these needs, you gain the power to live a life of balance, fulfillment, and purpose. Emotion is the driving force behind human behavior. While logic and reason play a role in decision-making, they are not the primary motivators. People act first based on emotion and then use logic to justify their actions. This pattern is consistent across all areas of life: relationships, career choices, and financial decisions, and even health habits. Understanding that emotion comes before logic gives you a profound insight into human nature and a new level of control over your own actions. If you can master your emotions, you can master your life. Imagine this: someone buys an expensive car that is far beyond their financial means. On the surface, they may justify it by saying, "I need a reliable vehicle," or "this car has better safety features." But the real reason is usually emotional. It could be a desire for status recognition or self-worth. They want to feel successful, important, or validated. The logical reasons are added later to support the emotional decision. This is why marketers and advertisers focus on tapping into emotions like happiness, fear, or pride. They know that if they trigger the right emotional response, the sale is as good as done. This principle doesn't just apply to purchases, it's relevant in relationships too. People often stay in toxic relationships because of emotional attachments, even when logic tells them to leave. They fear loneliness, crave love, or feel a sense of obligation. Logically, they know they deserve better, but emotionally they feel bound by love, hope, or the fear of starting over. The emotional pull is stronger than the logical push. This is why change is so difficult for people. Even when they know what's best for them, logically their emotional ties to the past hold them back. Another powerful example of emotion over logic is procrastination. Logically, everyone knows they should complete their task on time. But emotionally, people seek comfort, ease, and pleasure. They avoid discomfort, boredom, or frustration. This is why people scroll on social media or binge watch TV instead of working on important projects. It's not that they don't know better, it's that their emotional desire for pleasure outweighs their logical understanding of responsibility. If people could learn to prioritize long-term emotional satisfaction over short-term pleasure, they would overcome procrastination and achieve their goals much faster. Emotional decision-making also plays a huge role in risk-taking. People who invest in stocks, start businesses, or pursue their dreams are often driven by emotional desires like hope, passion, and the thrill of success. However, fear, an equally powerful emotion, can prevent people from taking action. Logic would suggest that calculated risks with high potential rewards are worth taking. But fear paralyzes people, making them avoid the unknown. People don't fear failure itself, they fear the emotional experience of shame, disappointment, or rejection. This is why fear is one of the strongest forces that controls CEOs of human behavior. If you want to understand why people do what they do, look beyond logic. Logic only explains what people are doing. But emotion reveals the why. Most people assume they are rational beings, but in reality they are emotional creatures who use logic to justify their actions. The key to changing your life is not to rely solely on logic, but to reprogram your emotional responses. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a step toward growth. Instead of chasing immediate pleasure, pursue lasting fulfillment. When you change your emotional associations with pain and pleasure, you change your behavior automatically. Once you grasp this concept, you gain the power to influence yourself and others. If you want to motivate yourself to achieve a goal, don't focus on the logical benefits, focus on the emotional reward. If you want to inspire others, don't bombard them with facts and figures, tap into their emotions of hope, love, and ambition. Emotion moves people, logic only explains it. By mastering your emotions, you unlock the key to lasting motivation, self-discipline, and influence. The most successful people in the world understand this secret. They don't just rely on reason, they harness the power of emotion to create extraordinary results. Belief systems are the invisible forces that shape our actions, decisions, and overall destiny. Every action you take, every goal you pursue, and every limit you face can be traced back to the beliefs you hold about yourself, others, and the world around you. Beliefs act as a mental filter, influencing how you perceive reality. They dictate what you think is possible, what you deserve, and what you are capable of achieving. The most powerful aspect of beliefs is that they operate unconsciously, meaning most people are unaware of the beliefs that are controlling their wire. By understanding and reshaping your beliefs, you gain the ability to change your behavior and ultimately your destiny. Beliefs are often formed in childhood, shaped by parents, teachers, cultural norms, and personal experiences. For example, if a child is repeatedly told they are not good at math, they may develop a belief that they are inherently bad at math. This belief can stay with them into adulthood, causing them to avoid math-related tasks, jobs, or opportunities. The truth is, they are not bad at math, they simply believe they are, and that belief limits their growth. The problem is not their ability, but their belief about their ability. This same pattern applies to every area of life, from relationships to career advancement. Positive beliefs empower people to achieve great things, while limiting beliefs create invisible barriers that prevent success. For instance, someone with the belief, "I can always find a way to succeed," will approach challenges with persistence and creativity. Even when they fail, they see it as feedback, not defeat. On the other hand, a person who believes, "I'm not smart enough to succeed," will give up at the first sign of difficulty. Beliefs are reinforced by evidence, so people constantly seek out proof to support their beliefs. If someone believes people can't be trusted, they will notice every instance of betrayal or dishonesty, while ignoring acts of kindness and integrity. Their belief is proven by their focus. This is known as confirmation bias, and it explains why people with negative beliefs see a world full of problems, while those with positive beliefs see a world of opportunity. The world doesn't change, their beliefs do. This is why changing your beliefs can completely transform your experience of life. The key to changing beliefs is awareness. You must identify the beliefs that are holding you back. Ask yourself, what belief is causing this fear, hesitation, or doubt? Once you identify the belief, challenge its validity. Is it absolutely true? Can you find evidence to the contrary? Replace the limiting belief with an empowering one. For instance, instead of believing "I'm not good at learning new skills," you can adopt the belief with effort and persistence, "I can learn anything." To reinforce this new belief, take action that supports it. Every time you succeed, your new belief becomes stronger. Ultimately, your beliefs shape your destiny. The world is not as it is as you believe it to be. Your relationships, career, health, and happiness are all reflections of your core beliefs. If you believe you deserve love, you will attract healthy, loving relationships. If you believe you are worthy of success, you will pursue opportunities with confidence. But if you believe you are not enough, you will sabotage your own progress, even when opportunities are right in front of you. The power to change your destiny lies within your beliefs. Once you change your beliefs, you change your reality. Pain and pleasure are the twin forces that drive every action and decision a person makes. At the core of human motivation lies the desire to avoid pain and experience pleasure. These two forces operate on a subconscious level, shaping every choice, from the smallest daily habits to the most life-changing decisions. People are not necessarily driven by logic, reason, or even goals. They are driven by the need to escape pain and move toward pleasure. The intensity of these two forces can vary, but pain tends to have a stronger, more immediate impact on decision-making. Consider why people procrastinate. It's not because they don't know the value of completing a task. Logically, they understand the benefits of being productive. But emotionally, they associate pain with starting the task, the discomfort of effort, the boredom of repetitive work, or the fear of failure. Meanwhile, activities like scrolling on social media or watching TV provide immediate pleasure, even if only temporarily. The brain is wired to seek instant gratification, so it chooses pleasure over pain. This is why people often delay action until the pain of not doing the task becomes greater than the pain of starting it. At that point, they move into action, often in a state of panic or urgency. The same principle applies to health and fitness. Most people know that eating healthy and exercising regularly will lead to better health. But they also associate pain with the effort, discomfort, and discomforts required for exercise and healthy eating. On the other hand, fast food, sugary snacks, and binge-watching TV shows offer immediate pleasure. This is why so many people struggle with consistency in their health goals. However, when the pain of poor health becomes unbearable, such as a diagnosis of a serious illness, people suddenly become willing to endure the pain of change. They start exercising, dieting, and prioritizing their health because the pain of staying the same has become greater than the pain of change. Pain and pleasure also influence relationships. People stay in toxic relationships, not because they don't recognize the issues, but because the pain of being alone seems greater than the pain of staying. They may fear loneliness, rejection, or the unknown. This fear-based pain keeps them trapped. However, if the relationship becomes toxic enough, the pain of staying can exceed the fear of leaving. At that moment, they take action to walk away. In contrast, people who experience pleasure and joy in their relationships are motivated to nurture and maintain those connections. They associate love, happiness, and fulfillment with the relationship, so they invest more time and energy into it. Businesses and marketers also understand the power of pain and pleasure. Advertisements rarely appeal to logic. Instead, they emphasize how a product will relieve pain or bring pleasure. Weight loss programs promise to eliminate the pain of insecurity and offer the pleasure of confidence. Luxury brands sell the pleasure of status, prestige, and pride. Pain is presented as a problem, and the product is framed as the solution that brings pleasure. Companies that master this emotional dynamic achieve higher sales because they understand that people don't buy products, they buy relief from pain or access to pleasure. The key to mastering motivation is to use pain and pleasure to your advantage. If you can link massive pain to negative behaviors and massive pleasure to positive behaviors, you will create lasting change. For example, if you link extreme pain to smoking, such as the image of disease or early death, and extreme pleasure to quitting, like health, energy, and more years of life, you will be far more likely to quit. The problem is that most people do the opposite. They associate pain with quitting, with withdrawal, loss of comfort, and pleasure with continuing, relaxation, stress relief. To break the cycle, you must consciously rewire your brain to change these associations. The truth is, pain and pleasure are the ultimate levers of change. If you want to shift your behavior, you must change what you associate with pain and pleasure. For lasting change, you must make undesirable behaviors feel painful and desirable behaviors feel pleasurable. For example, if you link pain to wasting time on social media and pleasure to completing your goals, you will naturally reduce your screen time. This technique works because the human brain will do almost anything to avoid pain and seek pleasure. You don't need willpower, you need to shift your emotional associations. By understanding the power of pain and pleasure, you can take back control of your life. You no longer need to wait for the pain of procrastination, poor health, or bad relationships to force you into action. Instead, you can consciously associate massive pain with staying the same and massive pleasure with growth and change. This shift allows you to make proactive decisions rather than reactive ones. Once you master this concept, you will no longer be a victim of your impulses. You will become the master of your actions, driven by purpose, not by fear or temporary comfort. Human needs are the foundation of all human behavior. Every action, no matter how big or small, can be traced back to an attempt to meet one or more of these core needs. These needs go beyond basic survival necessities like food, water, and shelter. They extend to psychological and emotional needs that shape every decision, from the relationships we pursue to the careers we choose. While people may have different goals, dreams, and ambitions, at the root of it all is the universal desire to fulfill these fundamental human needs. Understanding these needs gives you insight into not only your own behavior, but also the behavior of others. One of the most critical human needs is the need for certainty. People crave a sense of safety, predictability, and control over their environment. Certainty provides comfort and eliminates the fear of the unknown. It explains why people stay in jobs they dislike, remain in toxic relationships, or avoid taking risks. The known, even if uncomfortable, feels safer than the unknown. Certainty drives people to create routines, seek stable jobs, and plan their future. However, too much certainty can lead to boredom and stagnation, which brings us to another key human need, the need for variety. Variety is the spice of life. While certainty provides security, variety brings excitement, novelty, and adventure. People seek variety in their entertainment, relationships, and daily experiences. Without variety, life feels dull and monotonous. This is why people enjoy traveling, trying new foods, or binge-watching TV shows with unpredictable plot twists. The need for variety also explains why people sometimes create problems for themselves. If life becomes too predictable, the subconscious mind seeks stimulation, even if that means causing drama or unnecessary challenges. Balancing the need for certainty with the need for variety is essential to living a fulfilling life. Another key human need is the need for significance. Every person wants to feel important, special, and valued. People seek significance in different ways through career success, wealth, status, or recognition from others. The desire for significance drives people to work harder, achieve more, and stand out from the crowd. It explains why people pursue titles, awards, and social validation. But significance can be a double-edged sword. If people seek significance at the expense of others, it can lead to toxic behaviors like aviance or seeking attention through negative actions. True significance comes from contributing to others, not just elevating oneself. The need for love and connection is perhaps the most universal of all human needs. People are wired for connection. From childhood to adulthood, relationships with family, friends, and partners shape our emotional well-being. Without love and connection, people feel isolated and lonely, which can lead to anxiety and depression. Connection can be as simple as a friendly conversation, while love is a deeper, more profound experience. People who have strong, loving relationships feel more fulfilled and resilient during life's challenges. When the need for love and connection is unmet, people often seek it in unhealthy ways, like clinging to toxic relationships or seeking validation on social media. Growth is another essential human need. If you're not growing, you're dying. People have an innate drive to learn, evolve, and improve themselves. Growth can take many forms: intellectual growth through education, emotional growth through self-reflection, or physical growth through fitness and health. Growth gives people a sense of progress, momentum, and purpose. It's why people set goals, pursue personal development, and push themselves out of their comfort zones. Without growth, life feels stagnant and meaningless. This need explains why people become restless in jobs where they feel no potential for advancement or personal development. Growth is essential for long-term happiness and fulfillment. Lastly, contribution is a core human need that gives life its greatest meaning. While growth is about becoming the best version of yourself, contribution is about using your gifts to help others. People feel most fulfilled when they contribute to something greater than themselves. It could be raising children, supporting a cause, or creating something that benefits society. Contribution provides a sense of purpose that goes beyond personal success. This is why people volunteer, donate to charity, or mentor others. When people contribute, they feel a sense of legacy, the idea that they are leaving the world a little better than they found it. Contribution is the need that shifts people from self-centered goals to a more expansive, purpose-driven life.